Good morning and welcome to another Motivational Monday. My name is Matthew Hodge, Executive Vice President here at LPT Realty. Joined by Robert Palmer, Founder and CEO. We are joining from No Closing Costs, which is the name of Robert's yacht down here in Miami. Down here again for some exciting meetings. So we don't have the big production today. Davey is in studio at headquarters, but we're still excited to catch up with you this morning. And happy Veterans Day, man.
Yeah, woke up this morning, hit the gym. We got on the road pretty early to get down here.
5 a.m.
Big shout out to the veterans. Like we've got a lot of amazing veterans who are agents here at LPT. My father and grandfather both served. And again, we wouldn't have the freedom to do the amazing things we do. We wouldn't have the freedom to get out here and win and build an amazing company like LPT and shake the real estate world up and be able to do this amazing Zoom with our agents. Like all of this is thanks to our veterans who proudly serve to give us those freedoms.
That's
and
right.
again, special day here. So we honor all of you and thank you for your service. It's a really important
Absolutely.
part of who we are, and we would not be here without you guys. So
That's
thank
right.
you for that.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, we're excited to jump right in. Today, we've got some pretty exciting announcements. We're going to go through some of the new enhancements that are going to be coming with Connect 2.0. We're going to go through the schedule. We've got a pretty decent travel schedule over the next couple of weeks. And so, Robert, I'll let you kind of kick us off.
Yeah, I guess Davey, let's jump right into it. I don't know. We'll see if Davey can throw. Davey, either throw the photo I sent you up or throw up my first slide, depending on whatever you're ready to do. And we're gonna get into it
All
here.
right.
So Davey's back in the studio in Orlando, and we're coming to you from Matt's laptop. Yeah, so we were in New York last week. How do you know? So I was joined by our new CFO, Jeff Whiteside, Matt Levy, our Chief Strategy Officer, Michael Valdez, our CEO of International, and myself. I had some great meetings. You can see we took a great picture there at the JP Morgan building. I met with a couple of the top investment banking firms in the country while we were up there, had some really great positive meetings. It's really cool to see people's reaction to the amazing company we're building here together
right.
at LPT, LPT Holdings, LPT Realty, Listing Power Tools, all the great stuff we're doing. And now this week we're down in Miami. We've got some investor meetings and things this week with the JP Morgan team, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
A lot of other great agent meetings down here. I'm finding myself in Miami every couple of weeks. It seems like between now and when I head off to Montana. So big growth market for us, kind of across the board. And yeah, it's been good. So we're traveling. I know you got coming up. You're heading down to St. Martin.
That's right.
To check on the Infinity Villas project, the new construction development we have going on down there with Ellie Saab. I know Michael is going to be headed to California with Matt Levy for the California Dreamin' Tour as we officially kick that state off later this week with the tour next week. Just a lot going on. I mean,
Yeah.
we're going to be a national company by the end of the year. It's so crazy to think we are 5 or 6 weeks away. And I think we're going to open a couple states today. I forgot the slides for that. So we're going to kick open a couple of states today, but I don't have slides for it. So
Yeah.
I'll let that forget. So that's really great. And then one thing we do want to put out there is if we can put that slide up, Dave, or I guess that slide may be up. I don't know if they can see it or
They
not.
can see
So
it.
let's roll that slide up, Davey. So our conference. So for those of you who are with us, in the past, we had our conference during the Grand Prix that one of my other companies is the primary sponsor of. But unfortunately, we have outgrown that venue. And, we felt a lot of growing pains last year. We were kind of back and forth on if we should try to squeeze one more event in there. But just with the amount of agents we have, with the amount of growth we have, we're just too big for that venue. I can't put on a conference that meets the standards that I have for all of you to be an amazing time any longer inside of that venue. So it was a great part of our history at LPT. However, we're going to be moving our conference to a proper conference facility, and we're also going to be moving it to October. October is a better time of year for those types of celebrations and everything. Anyway, we kind of squeezed it into March because that's when the Grand Prix was, and we had that space, and we wanted to utilize it as we were growing. So mark your calendars. We'll have more details as we're coming up, but I don't want people to think that they're missing anything in March because, again, we're not going to have the conference this year in Grand Prix at March. Our conference will be the Ascend Conference, the 2025 Ascend Conference. It will be in October, and it will be in Orlando. So you'll be able to bring your families down to Orlando and take them on a nice little Disney vacation while you're in town. For a lot of you, it'll be your first chance maybe to do a tour of the print shop or the LPT headquarters, which are only about 30 or 40 minutes from kind of Conference Center Row. So again, at this point, we're not putting out dates. We're not putting out pricing. We're going to have all that soon. We really just wanted to let you guys know it's not going to be in March. That's the main purpose of today's event is so no one thinks that they missed it for March. There is not going to be a conference in March. The LPT 2025 Ascend Conference will be in October, and it will be in Orlando. Those are the details we have to share with you right now. So keep on the lookout for more details. Matt Levy and the team are hard at work getting a final venue nailed down, getting final dates nailed down. But again, we want to let you know so that you're not panicking, thinking we're 3 months or 4 months away from a March conference. That is not going to happen. 2025 will be in October in Orlando. More details to come.
Yeah, awesome. Awesome. Yeah, definitely looking forward to that. I know that a lot of people really wanted to be with us, and because of, travel schedule to St. Pete and things like that, it was difficult to make it there. So we're excited to create a place where it's easier to access, and then families can come and enjoy Central Florida living for October, which hopefully won't be too hot. Usually it's
Yeah.
hit or miss in that time.
It's nice. It's nice. My
Yeah.
birthday's around that time. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll slide the conference around my birthday. We
Yeah,
have a
sure.
big birthday party together. It'll be a great time. All right. So the next slide, which just came up, follow-up boss. So, we committed to you guys, and this has been a little bit longer road than what I had hoped, but, we committed to our CRM options. And so as it sits today, agents have a choice between Lofty with no monthly fee, KV Core with a monthly fee, and now we're offering FUB, Follow-Up Boss, with a monthly fee. We're going to have a Zoom this Friday, November 15th at 2 p.m. to go over the details of that, to go over the details of exactly what is built into the Follow-Up Boss instance we're going to make available for you guys. We've got a lot of done-for-you smart plans. We've built out a lot of the marketing sequences. We've been hard at work in this. Our vision here is really to hand you a done-for-you, built-out, ready-to-go version of Follow-Up Boss. And so we want to go through that with everyone this Friday at 2 p.m. You can scan that QR code and you can register for that. And then on Friday after that, we will open up the ability to actually sign up for our Follow-Up Boss version inside of Connect. That'll go live Friday after the Zoom. But again, just want to make sure everybody understands exactly what we're doing here. If you want to build your own Follow-Up Boss from scratch, this is not going to be the product for you. We've done a lot of that work for you. We've put some guardrails around it to really fit into how we're doing business. If your vision is like, hey, I want a Follow-Up Boss that I can completely make my own and customize and everything, that's great. And you can go buy that from Follow-Up Boss, but unfortunately, that's not what we're providing here. We're providing this done for you instance where we've got all the stuff mostly built. We'll be going through that in a lot of detail on Friday, and we can throw that back up again. This is the solo agent option. We are working on team versions of all the CRMs. They're a little more complicated. We have the Lofty team version now. We're working on the KV Core team version. We're working on a Follow-Up Boss team version. This is only for the solo agent version. This is going to be the $49 a month per solo agent version of Follow-Up Boss. And the first Zoom to discuss that will be Friday, November 15th, this Friday at 2 p.m. Hopefully you got that QR code scanned. We will, if somebody could drop the link in the chat, Tracy, she's going to do that. Tracy's going to drop the link in the chat. We'll also make sure that it goes out with the newsletter. So keep an eye out for the newsletter hitting your inboxes soon. Also, as we get near the end of the year, in the next newsletter that goes out, there will be a request for you all to submit photos of your experiences with LPT. For those of you who've been with us for a couple of years now, we always do an amazing year in video. John and our team puts on a fantastic kind of year in recap video, but we need your help. We need your videos. We need your photos from your involvement in LPT events, serving the community, anything you're doing on behalf of LPT, gathering with other LPT agents. So when the next newsletter goes out, there'll be a request for you to start submitting back those photos as well, so we can put together an amazing 2024 year-end recap video highlighting all of our amazing family here at LPT Realty. So lots of cool stuff happening there. As I mentioned before, California's coming up. We can throw that slide up. The California Dreamin' Tour is next week. Michael Valdez and Bill Pipes are going to be on the road. We are starting in San Diego. We are going to Los Angeles. We are going to Fresno. We are going to San Jose. We are going to Sacramento. And we have a second slide here with a QR code. So if you want to register for that event, use the left QR code. And if you want the video that we shared last week, if you want to get a copy of that video and share it yourself, you can scan the QR code there on the right. Yeah, please register, guys, so we have some idea of attendance. I know a lot of people are like, yeah, I'm coming and I'm bringing 20 people. And then we go look in the registration database and they're not there. We just want to make sure we have a pretty good idea of capacity and volume and who's coming. So please give us an idea, hit that registration link and let us know what's going on with the California Dream Team. It's so much. So much going on. Like,
it is.
We are everywhere right now between all these new states opening up. In the conference moving in October, new technology coming out. Connect 2.0 is fully underway and getting launched and getting ready for the Connect 2.0 marathon, which will be the first 2 weeks of December. We already saw the first couple features there. I'll tell you this: the onboarding wizard. The onboarding wizard has been amazing. So we actually had one of our top 5 biggest weeks for agents joining LPT last week, which is interesting for this time of year.
It is.
Because usually, like, this isn't the big agent movement year.
Right.
Usually those record-setting weeks happen in January and February and kind of into March, because that's when most people are moving. They want to finish up 1 year at their old brokerage before they move. So we see that usually when it spikes. We saw a big spike happen last week. And again, that's California's not even open yet. So a little bit of that was California, but most of California happened the week before. But because of the new onboarding wizard, we actually had the least amount of work on our side to have to do. So as far as scaling the company, as far as being able to scale faster and grow faster and still service your needs, we're already seeing the benefits of Connect 2.0. The new Connect 2.0 intake wizard, which comes out next week, is going to be another amazing piece of technology to make us more efficient, to give you higher customer service levels. Those net promoter score surveys are starting to go out now. We're dripping those out to people who are having transactions. We're going to get that into full production as we continue to test that system. We are all about making sure that between now and March or April, when we get busy again, because of the cyclical nature of this business, that we put all the tools in place so that we can win together and you can continue to have an amazing level of success as we continue to grow this company at a meteoric rate. So big technology release there. We've had a lot of great feedback on the onboarding wizard. Obviously, with any technology, a few hiccups, a few speed bumps, we're working through those. We appreciate the feedback from you guys, but that's, again, a lot of really great technology. Not a lot of exciting stuff. Like this early stuff we're putting out isn't the glitzy, shiny stuff, but it's the very important fundamentals, blocking and tackling, how we make sure that LPT is the absolute best platform for all of you. And it's working really well.
Yeah, I'm excited about that, man. To think about, all the technology enhancements that we're doing now in comparison to when we first started. And obviously the people who have been with us from the very beginning has seen that evolution and experienced it. And so we will continue to focus on your experiences and making sure that's top notch, but also put the levers in it so that we can have, this national growth without anyone being affected. So super excited about that. And then just kind of going back to the beginning part of the Zoom where we're thinking about the leadership team that's coming together to really make this company, what it's going to be as we look at that big event next year as an IPO event, thinking about the resume that the executive team has now. It's amazing, man. So excited to be along for the journey. I hope that you are too. And, looking forward to, continued success together.
Yep. All right. Well, on that note, Davey, I think you have a video ready for us to roll. This is a fantastic piece that Powell put together in our team. We've got a couple of different uses for this video, and we're going to make it available to you guys. We wanted to debut it here on Motivation Monday. So with that, I'll let you roll that video.
Your brokerage does not define you. Your brokerage should empower you to build the life you envision. It should offer you the tools to navigate the ever-changing market, to grow your business on your terms. Your brokerage should support you, not just with resources, but with a community that celebrates your victories and stands by you through the challenges. It should be a place that understands who you are and what drives you, a place where your unique strengths are valued, where individuality isn't just allowed, it's encouraged. Your brokerage should push the boundaries of innovation, bringing you the latest technology to keep you connected, efficient, and ahead of the curve. Because staying at the forefront isn't just an advantage, it's a necessity. It should also be a place that respects your time, understanding that success isn't measured by hours worked, but by the moments you get back. Moments to be with family, to recharge, and to enjoy the life. Your brokerage should inspire you to think bigger, to reach higher, to serve with excellence, to not just an agent, a trusted partner, to challenge you to adapt, to embrace the future. Because the future, there are countless ways. Your brokerage does not define you.
Yeah, so that link to that video will be going out in the newsletter. And this key concept that we've had from day one here at LPT is your definition of success. And this idea of agent choice and this idea of empowering you. And again, to talk about that on Veterans Day, such an important time, because our freedoms and our ability to be empowered and our ability to have that individual definition of success all goes back to this amazing country where we have folks who fight for our rights and who protect and defend this country. And as we sit here and think about that and our commitment to that, your ability to define yourself, your definition of success, for so long, brokerages tried to force a uniform definition of success on agents, not having the choices, not empowering agent choice, not empowering your definition of success. And so this idea that your brokerage doesn't define you, right? We want to be there to guide you and lead you and give you the technology and the tools and the motivation and the community and everything that we can. But at the end of the day, we are not here to define you. And any brokerage who thinks they are going to define its agents, I think has another thing coming as we continue to disrupt this industry, because agent empowerment and agent choice are the key. And again, a brokerage does not define you. So we'll be posting a link to that video. Man, it gives me
Yeah.
chills. You know, the community we're building, the vibe we have built, the way that we all take care of each other, and seeing this vision, this idea that started. And look, and when we first came out with this idea of agent choice and letting agents define their own definition of success, the industry almost laughed at us. And, you know, look, I respect each and every one of you. You are amazing entrepreneurs. You deserve that choice. You deserve to be able to define yourself. But for so long, the brokerage industry didn't see that. Then the brokerage industry thought we were crazy for thinking that we were going to come out and give this the choice of logo color, the choice of comp plan, allowing agents to define themselves seemed like such a crazy idea. And now here we are 2.5 years later. And it's so clear to me this is the future of our industry. And anyone who doesn't get on board with it is going to have a problem. And that first problem is LPT, because we are here to win and we're here to stay. So
yeah, that's awesome, man. I remember when we kind of first, we're getting going with LPT, and people were like, "Hey, we want to start rocking the gear." We're like, "What?
Yeah.
Really? That's so crazy. It's really about you. Like, you are the star." And it was so foreign to us that people wanted to rock the brand. So we're excited to be, of course, the brand that you want to promote, but at the heart of it, that brand is to, of course, emphasize you and your business and your specialties. So I'm excited to see that, come to life. And I think it's so well summed up in that video.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So a couple of other big announcements. So again, California opens up this week, or Wednesday, right?
Wednesday, yeah.
Wednesday. And we're going to go ahead and add 2 other states into the opening up bucket as well. We're going to go ahead and open Utah and Washington as well. So 2 more of our states as we march toward 50 here for the end of the year. And again, we're going to be opening states pretty much every week between now and the end of the year, right? So if I haven't mentioned your state yet, don't worry. You are less than 6 weeks away from a national LPT Realty. Okay, but Ohio, or sorry, I got Ohio in the chat here. Ohio is close, I promise you.
Yeah,
you got 1 or 2 weeks left. Yeah. Like, we're right there. We got the broker in place. Couple final things being set up. Ohio is close, but right now we have Utah and Washington ready to go, ready to start onboarding. And again, we're 6 weeks away from announcing everything else. The only one we're still working on is Hawaii. We're still getting the Hawaii broker in place. We're working hard to get that done by the end of the year. We may be 49 at the end of the year if we can't get Hawaii wrapped up.
That's still an A.
49 is a lock. I'm excited about that. And we've got 2 Canadian provinces. We signed all of the official incorporation paperwork. I got the Canadian shares mailed in for LPT Holdings, which owns LPT Realty, the Canadian entity. That was pretty exciting this week. We're submitting for licenses there. Everything is moving along fantastically. And again, we're here to serve you guys. We're here to win together. So a couple of new big states coming up. Have I missed anything, man? The Connect. I got my, all right. Yeah, so, all right, this week's Connect 2.0. I'm so excited about the video. Like, right. I'm just, all right. This week's Connect 2.0 release is the profile system. So if we can get that up, Davey, I'm going to walk everybody through that. So remember, it's profile system this week. And then it is what we're calling the intake wizard, which will replace the form and dot loop next week. All right. These are both going to be massive as far as our ability to get you out DAs faster, get you paid faster, give you more transparency over when compliance is picking up your file. Relying on dot loop was causing issues. There were little glitches inside a dot loop where sometimes they wouldn't show up. So that's next week. This week is profile. So if you go into user preferences inside of Connect, you're going to notice some new screens. All right, let's go to the next slide. So this is the new user profile section. This CRM sign up and e-signature sign up screen has been here, but maybe some of you haven't seen it. This is where you now have the choice between dot loop and SkySlope on the document side. And at the bottom there, you have 3 CRM choices: Lofty, FUB, which will be going live on Friday after we have that Zoom, and then KV Core. So if you want to make a choice here around dot loop or SkySlope, Lofty, FUB, or KV Core, this is the screen inside of agent preferences that you'll go to do that. All right, next slide. All right, in addition to that, we have this new licensing details screen. All right, again, this is an important part of Connect 2.0. This is something that we rolled out as a part of the new onboarding wizard. So agents in California and agents who joined in last week have already been filling out a lot of this information. Now we need our existing LPT family to go in there and add your information, add your state licenses if they're not there. You can now have multiple state licenses, add your boards, add your MLSs. This is the new billing system. So if you're inside of an MLS where we have to charge you every month and then we have to pay the MLS, we have this whole new system we build out as a part of Connect 2.0 to make that more seamless and more transparent and easier for us to track. All right. So if we go to the next screen. So I see Kelly Davidson asking if the old timers, the folks like her that have been here since the beginning, and we do need you to go in and update. So we need everyone to go in and update and add your licenses, add your boards, add your MLSs. All this stuff is very important. So I was logged in as Jim Fisher. Jim's board did not carry over, maybe because of when he joined, maybe because we couldn't link it directly, whatever it is. So he'll need to click the button that says add MLS or board. You'll see this drop down. He'll then pick his board. Let's go to the next slide. All right, now this one's important. So now, because in Jim's particular case, it's showing him that he has to pay. His board requires that we as the brokerage collect $218 every 6 months, and then we remit it to the board on his behalf. Now, I know that Jim already set this up manually with us when he joined originally. So Jim's going to need to submit a ticket here. Okay, so if your board doesn't require any payment, you're going to link it, no problem. For most of you, if you've been paying us already, we have that data and we were able to link it, but there are some edge cases where that didn't work. So this is part of why I picked Jim. So when Jim sees this screen and he says, wait a minute, you're asking me to pay again. I already paid a couple of months ago. Jim will have to submit a ticket because when we did the data migration from the old system to the new system, for whatever reason, Jim's did not carry over. We think it's because Jim has multiple board subscriptions, which confused the migration system. But again, if you see that, just submit a ticket, okay? If it linked correctly, go on to the next slide. I'm going to show you somebody who linked correctly. Nope, wrong street. That one's out of order. You can keep going, Davey. All right, so here we have, I think this was Danae Decker. Danae is also in the same MLS as Jim, but when Danae goes in, hers already shows linked. So it's already showing that she's paying the $218. It says that her renewal date is March. So again, if you see this, you're all set up. If you don't see this, you'll need to add your boards, add your MLSs. All right, and then we have one more example, next slide, of someone who's licensed in 2 states. So this was a big upgrade of Connect 2.0. When we built Connect 1.0, we only had a way to track 1 state license. We weren't really thinking about multi-state agents. And we realized we have a lot of multi-state agents. So you can actually add multiple state licenses. There's a button up there in the upper right for adding new licenses. So if you log in and you've been here for a while, you will most likely only see your primary state license. This is where you're going to add in your secondary state licenses and then your secondary boards. Here you can see on this particular profile, this is Aaron Dwyer. He's a member. He's a Tennessee licensed agent and a Georgia licensed agent. And then his Georgia MLS is pre-linked because he's paying $20 a month. His Tennessee is not linked, so he's going to want to add that manually. So again, this is where we need everybody to go in there and choose their boards and MLSs and help us get this data in place, because this is going to help us drive a lot of the connections inside of Connect 2.0. You know, one of the things I talked about on stage at Grand Prix last year is like, well, how do we help agents find each other? And we recognize that being a member of the same board is a great way to connect people, because you may end up at the same events together. You may end up taking the same training classes together. Okay, so getting your boards in there, getting your MLSs in there is an important part of where we're going with Connect 2.0. I see Tracy Mathis asking a question about SkySlope. SkySlope is a one-time $99 activation fee. There is no monthly fee. You pay $99 one time for SkySlope, and it's yours for life. A dot loop continues to be free, no activation fee, no monthly fee. SkySlope is a one-time $99 for life activation fee, no monthly fee. Want to get that question answered. All right, next slide, Davey. So that's the state and board setups. Again, if you've been here for a while, we need you to go in there and set those up. Here, back to Jim Fisher's profile. You see he has his marketing photos in place, but the new buckets at the bottom, these are the 2 new photos for Connected. So Connected is what we're calling the social part of Connect 2.0. All right, and that's the part with the circles and the profiles where you can chat each other and connect with each other. So we're calling that Connected. So inside of Connect 2.0, the social systems are called Connected. And so we need Jim here and everyone to upload their headshot and then their wall photo. If you think about Facebook, the image that shows up on the top of your profile, those are those 2 systems there on the photos for you to upload. All right. I don't know the dimensions off the top of my head. I see someone asking. We'll make sure that if it's not listed here, we'll make sure it goes out in the newsletter. Tracy, let's get that in the newsletter, and I'll get an update push to get that in there. So again, these are going to be for the new Connected Social, so that when we go live with that the first week of December during our marathon, we want everybody's headshots in there, everybody's profile pictures in there, so we can get rolling. A couple more tabs I'm not showing at the top there: updated billing information, updated payment information. All of that now lives inside of this upgraded Connect 2.0 system. And this week is profiles, and then next week is intake wizard. All right. Do I have any more slides, Dave? You can leave it there. If not, I think we might be done. All right, so that is our update this week for Connect 2.0 and Connected. All right, so this week's profile. So if you guys get a chance, go in there, update those profiles under user preferences. All right, next week we are unveiling the intake wizard. Then we're taking a break for Thanksgiving, and then we're coming back out the first 2 weeks of December. All right, I see some folks asking about security. We've done a ton of security testing For credit cards and things, we use third-party providers like Stripe with direct secure socket integrations. For all the stuff we're doing internally, it's encrypted. We actually make you go through multi-step authentication in order to get there. So if you want to change the bank routing information or anything, you have to get a text code and enter that in. So we make sure some hacker isn't trying to take your money. And then once we store that information, we encrypt it and we never show it back out. So again, we took security very, very seriously. I see a lot of people asking, there is a $99 activation fee for Lofty. So Lofty has a $99 activation fee and no monthly fees. KV Core has a $99 activation fee and a $49 monthly fee. FUB will have a $99 activation fee and a $49 monthly fee. And Sky Slope is a one-time $99 activation fee with no monthly fees. Those are all of your choices here at LPT. Remember, we don't charge a joining fee. We're the only cloud brokerage that doesn't charge people up front to join, but then we do have some of those activation fees because we have costs as we put the technology in place. If you joined Lofty before 6 or 8 months ago, we were waiving that activation fee. So again, people who joined, I think through about last March, did not have to pay an activation fee for Lofty. If you already have your Lofty logins and credentials, we're not going back and asking you for the activation fee. That was waived. However, anyone who joins after that date or anyone who signs up for Lofty after that date will have the $99 activation fee as is reflected in the system.
Awesome.
Lofty is one of our CRMs. I see a question about that. Lofty, KV Core, and KV Core and Follow Up Boss are all three CRMs, and then Loop and Sky Slope are the two choices for forms and e-signs and documents.
Got it.
All right.
That was a lot.
I think we covered all of that.
Yeah.
All right, man. So final thoughts. I mean, anything else we want to talk about? I know we're getting kind of close to time here.
Yeah.
Amazing. I love Motivation Monday.
Yeah, it's so good, man. It's a great opportunity for us to connect with you and show you behind the scenes of what's happening and what we're working on. I'm just love seeing it all come together, man. Again, from the leadership to the technology to, international projects, just the way that the brand continues to grow is just so amazing. And it's really designed to support you, which is the most special thing about it, right? It's literally all built just for you and to help your business grow and help you define your version of success. So excited to be part of that mission and to serve.
With Coach Bill Pipes, doing an interview with him for any of our LPT Plus members. That's exciting. People are telling me we're frozen. And I think we're back. Maybe we got a cloud over this Starlink here on the boat. Hopefully we're back. Cool.
We're back.
Yeah, so Bill Pipes will be on the Motivation. Bill Pipes will be on the LPT Plus Mastermind today. That kicks off at noon. That's going to be a great one. And then again, big final thank you to all of our veterans. We want to leave it there. I want to end with it. We can only do what we do because of all of you. Folks like our amazing agents who are veterans, my father, my grandfather. Your sacrifice, your commitment, your willingness to serve this country is the only reason we can live somewhere where a company like LPT can grow from zero to as big as we are in just 2 years, where we can revolutionize technology, we can revolutionize agent choice, we can make our agents the definition of themselves the primary thing. All of this is freedom. All of this is what makes our country great, but we would be none of that without the amazing folks who made that sacrifice to take care of our country, to volunteer, to serve, to put in that time, to be away from their families, and again, to have that commitment to take care of others. And there is no higher calling, I don't think. And so much love, much respect, big thanks to all of our veterans as we leave you on this amazing Veterans Day. Make sure you put shout outs to our veterans on social media as you're out there in your communities. Again, as real estate agents, we are an important part of the fabric of our community. So make sure you thank a veteran today. Make sure you hug a veteran today. And go out there and make it a great one. And again, I'll see my LPT Plus members here at noon for that special edition with Bill Pipes. Everybody else will catch you Friday for Follow Up Boss and next Monday here on Motivation Monday.
Awesome.
Have a great one.
Dave, roll that video.
Does not define you. Your brokerage should empower you to build the life you envision. It should offer you the tools to navigate the ever-changing market, to grow your business on your terms. Your brokerage should support you, not just with resources, but with a community that celebrates your victories and stands by you through the challenges. It should be a place that understands who you are and what drives you, a place where your unique strengths are valued, where individuality isn't just allowed, it's encouraged. Your brokerage should push the boundaries of innovation, bringing you the latest technology to keep you connected, efficient, and ahead of the curve. Because staying at the forefront isn't just an advantage, it's a necessity. It should also be a place that respects your time, understanding that success isn't measured by hours worked, but by the moments you get back. Moments to be with family, to recharge, and to enjoy the life you're building. Your brokerage should inspire you to think bigger, to reach higher, to serve with excellence, to be not just an agent, but an advocate, a trusted partner. It should challenge you to adapt, to embrace the future, because the future, there are countless ways to support you. Your brokerage does not define you.